In chapter 1096, we all witnessed the first proper introduction to the Rock's pirate crew, starting with the 4 crew members we already know the most about: Kaido, the king of the beasts, Charlotte Big Mom Lin, Shiki the Golden Lion, and Edward Whitebeard Newgate. We have a fair amount of knowledge about all 4, as 2 of them are our most recent arc antagonists respectively. Shiki even had his own film, and there is a significant amount of additional information throughout the manga and anime about Shiki and his history with the Rock's pirates. We've also learned a lot about Whitebeard over the years, especially during the Marineford and Oden's Wano flashbacks. Additionally, we saw Captain John, Gloriosa, Ochoku, Silverax, and a character with many hands. It's known that God Valley was the last arc for Xebec and the Rock's pirates. Rox D. Xebec was defeated, most likely he died as well, and his crew disbanded, forming their own powerful crews. 3 of them even became Yonkos and achieved positions in the currently known top 4 highest bounties in the entire anime. Since God Valley was their final arc, it means that Xebec already had his final bounty on this island. In this video, I am going to predict the bounties of the Rock's pirates at that time. Let's start with the 3 emperors. When Kaido was just a 10-year-old child, he was already considered the strongest warrior in the Vodka Kingdom. 3 years later, young Kaido decided to sell the kingdom's king to the Marines in exchange for the opportunity to attend the next levelly. However, Kaido managed to escape from the battleship that was meant to carry him, immediately earning a bounty of 70 million berries. He was so strong that he even allowed himself to be captured numerous times afterward for the purpose of eating the food on the battleships, escaping with ease once he had his fill. He joined the Rock's pirates at Hachinosu at the age of 15, and in 6 years he became one of the strongest members of this crew. If we pay attention to Oda's drawing details, we can say that he was the 5th strongest member. Kaido's current bounty is 4.611 billion bellies. It's the highest known bounty after Rogers and Whitebeard's. At God Valley, 38 years ago, the 21-year-old Kaido did not have his own crew, and was not one of the 4 emperors, and also did not possess a devil fruit. Kaido ate the Uo Uo no Mi model Seiryu after the events at God Valley. It was a gift from Big Mom, which placed him in her lifelong debt. 21-year-old Zoro has a bounty of 1,111,000,000 berries, and he has been a pirate for just 2 years. He is not even as dangerous as Kaido was at 10 years of age, so I believe Kaido must have had a bounty of at least 1.6 billion berries at God Valley. Despite being born to normal human parents, Lin was abnormally large and strong even as a child. At the age of 5, Lin accidentally killed a bear with a single slap. She shattered Jorul's sword with her bare hands and threw him into the ground with ease. Carmel believed that Lin was her greatest product. She argued that in the Marines, Lin could become an admiral or fleet admiral, or in Cypher Pole, she would be the greatest shield the Celestial Dragons could ask for. Lin quickly gained a bounty of 50 million berries, which multiplied by 10 as she grew more powerful and fearsome. It's worth noting that she already possessed a formidable devil fruit at that time, and she had 25 years before God Valley to master or even awaken her Soru no Mi powers. Lin joined the Rock's pirates when she was 24 years old and was in her prime years at God Valley. We can say that she was the 4th strongest member of the Rock's pirates. As I mentioned, she already had a 500 million berry bounty when she was just a child, so I am sure her bounty was around 2.1 billion berries at God Valley. Later, after forming her own crew and becoming an emperor, her bounty increased to 4,388,000,000 berries. Another pirate in his prime years at God Valley was Edward Newgate, commonly known as Whitebeard. There is not much information about Whitebeard's childhood. We know that he was born in the country of Sphinx. When Sphinx became too poor to remain a member nation of the world government, Newgate became an orphan. He became a pirate at an early age, and at least 44 years ago he joined the Rock's pirates. We know that he was 34 years old at God Valley, but it's unclear whether he already possessed his powerful Paramecia devil fruit, the Gura no Mi. 8 years later, Whitebeard and his crew were shipwrecked at Wano country. When he fought Oden there, he was using his devil fruit powers. There is a chance that he acquired his devil fruit at God Valley since there were 6 treasure boxes, and we know that devil fruits were among the prizes. 2 of them were Kuma's Nikyu no Mi and Kaido's Uo Uo no Mi, both of which are incredibly powerful. Therefore, it is very possible that Whitebeard's Gura no Mi was one of those prizes, considering it's the strongest Paramecia type devil fruit. Whether or not Whitebeard had a devil fruit at God Valley, he was undeniably strong. The idea that young Figurlin, Garland, unraveling could damage and scar the prime Whitebeard is both frightening and exciting. He was the strongest Rocks Pirates member after Xebec and did not appreciate Xebec giving him orders. In chapter 1096, he even used words like idiot and moron when referring to his captain. I believe he had a bounty of at least 3.2 billion berries. Even Trafalgar Law and Eustace Kid now have bounties of 3 billion berries. Later, as the strongest man in the world, Whitebeard formed his own crew and died at Marineford with the second highest known bounty on his head. Did you know that Captain John is the first Rocks Pirates member introduced in the series? He was mentioned even before Whitebeard in chapter 233. I believe this character and his treasure are essential for the ending of One Piece, and I'm gonna make a separate video about it soon. Captain John was notable for collecting one of the most significant treasures in the world, his fabled treasure cave and the riches within, which are notably long sought after by Buggy. After his death, Dr. Hogback found his corpse and modified it into one of the general zombies for Gecko Moria. He made a name for himself even after leaving the Rocks Pirates and forming his own crew. He carried 2 swords on each side of his waist and was known for drinking a lot. It seems he was one of the most important members of the crew, so I believe he had a bounty of 1 billion berries. 1 billion may seem like a lot, but the reason I gave him this amount is Buckingham Stussy. We saw a CP0 agent, Stussy, who is a Mads developed clone of the real Miss Buckingham Stussy, a former member of the Rocks Pirates, making her their first ever successful clone. She is a spy in the employ of Dr. Vegapunk, who spent years working deep undercover in the world government until she was forced to discard her cover. The CP0 agent possesses haki, rokushiki, and a lipstick tube with a small block of sea stone in it. She could even incapacitate powerful assassins like Rob Lucci and Kaku, the latter in his awakened form. Even the clone version of Buckingham Stussy is pretty strong, and we have not seen a Seraphim or a clone that is stronger than the actual character, so I believe real Stussy, while she was a member of the Rocks Pirates in her prime, at 38 years old, was even stronger. Oda drew Stussy and Captain John together after Kaido. I believe they were very powerful, and like John, Stussy deserves a bounty of 1 billion as well. Then we have Silverax, Ochoku, and Gloriosa, a former empress of the Kuja tribe. We don't know much about their powers, but it's revealed that Gloriosa has haki, and Ochoku was mentioned by Sengoku as a noteworthy pirate along with Shiki and Captain John. During the Rocky Port incident, they were able to fight against Blackbeard. According to the Emperor's words, he needed some kind of help from Kobe to defeat Ochoku. If we consider that a character like Perospero has a 700 million belly bounty and Frankie has nearly 400 million without even having haki, then I believe those 3 legendary pirates must have at least 800 million belly bounties on their heads. The first known prisoner ever to escape from Impel Down, Shiki the Golden Lion, was the 3rd strongest pirate of the Rocks Pirates. He ate the Fua Fuo no Mi, a paramecia-type devil fruit that allows him to fly, as well as make surrounding non-living matter levitate after coming into contact with it. After God Valley, Shiki fought against Goldie Roger and later fought Garp and Sengoku at the same time. He lost and got captured, but fighting 2 monsters and destroying half of Marineford's town is a significant feat. His current bounty is unknown, but at God Valley he probably had a bounty of around 2.6 billion berries. The Rocks Pirates is the greatest crew the world has ever seen, and Rocks D. Xebec was their captain. In his time, Xebec was considered to be the first and most formidable rival of the Pirate King, Goldie Roger. He was so fearsome that it took the combined efforts of both Roger and Monkey D. Garp to finally defeat him. Aside from his raw strength, Rocks seemed to be a very intelligent and knowledgeable man. He studied many subjects that were considered taboo, which allowed him to unravel many of the world government's secrets. This led the government to decide to erase his name from history following his defeat. In chapter 957, it is mentioned that in all the history of piracy, no bounties surpassed those of Whitebeard and Roger. However, I believe this fact does not include Xebec's bounty, as even his name was erased from history. Rocks and the bounties of Roger and Whitebeard were revealed in the same chapter, so I think Oda hyped us with these bounties but saved a shocking one for the future. It will probably be revealed when we see Xebec's flashback and learn about his powers. I believe his head was worth 6 billion berries. Some may not agree, as Roger became the Pirate King and may be considered more dangerous. However, it was never revealed that the Roger pirates somehow damaged the reputation of the world government or revealed their secrets, while Xebec was able to unravel many many of the world government's secrets and was so feared that it led to the government erasing his name from history forever. I am sure that the full revelation of Xebec's character will answer many questions about Blackbeard's powers. He seems to be a similar character to Rocks like Luffy is to Roger, and if you want to get some information about Blackbeard's future plans, you can watch this video right here. Thanks for watching. Bye.